Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. God is good. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Pastor Haynes, we always happy to have you every single morning. Senior Pastor, Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Pastor Frederick Douglass Haynes. I know you got a good word this morning. How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm feeling good, Rickey Smiley. How you doing today?
Man, blessed and highly favored. Yes, sir.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Rickey, listen, I'm feeling good today because God has been so good. Lord, you've been so good. It's a testimony of so many of us, and it's our testimony on so many levels. And one of the things that is said in this amazing song is, Lord, you've been so good because you gave me a second chance. Isn't it good to know that God has never given up on you, so you should never give up on yourself? I'll do it one more time. God has never given up on you, so you make sure you never give up on yourself. I know there have been times when you've wanted to throw in the towel. There have been times when you've wanted to say, I just can't take it anymore. I can't do it anymore. But here is God stepping in because God still believes in you. God gave you a chance. God gave me another chance. And when God gives you another chance, God gives you another chance to get it right. God gives you another chance to turn things around. God gives you another chance to move forward in your life. And so I'm here today, not because I've always done my best, but I'm here today because God gave me another chance. I'm not here because I haven't made any mistakes. I've made mistakes, but the good news is God does not define you by your mistake. God does not define you by the bad choices that you've made. Instead, God says, you're still my child, and I'm going to give you another chance. And so that's my testimony today. Lord, you've been so good because you gave me a second chance. You gave me another chance. I woke up this morning because God gave me another chance. Lord, you've been so good.
I know that's right, Pastor Haynes. Thank you so much for that word this morning. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Love you, Rickey. Have a great one.
Hey, you too. Let's get into some music. All right, y'all, we got the one and only Shelby Russian sent in for Maria this morning. The segment is being brought to you by
Kohl's. Good news. Now you can shop all the beauty products you know and love more conveniently than ever with Sephora at Kohl's. Available at Kohls.com and in select stores. Shelby, good morning.
Shelby!
Hey, good morning, Rock T. Good morning, Rickey. How's it going? Here's a quick look at your news headlines on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. So there was no winner in the Powerball drawing last night. Woohoo! That raises the lottery jackpot to $1.5 billion. Wow. The next drawing is on Saturday. Also, Election Day is only a few days away, and a federal judge has ordered volunteers for an election monitoring group in Arizona to stay at least 250 feet away from ballot boxes. Now, there were complaints that armed and masked volunteers were intimidating voters waiting to drop off their ballots for the midterm elections. The judge also barred the group's volunteers from filming people voting or following people from a ballot drop box. Also, in other news, this is crazy. The man who was accused of breaking into San Francisco home of the House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and attacking her husband with a hammer has pleaded not guilty. Okay. Among the many charges against him is attempted kidnapping of a U.S. official. Police reports indicate the man intended to hold the speaker hostage. Also, a gunman who killed 17 people and injured 17 more at a Florida high school 4 years ago, has been sentenced to 34 consecutive life sentences. Nicholas Cruz, who is now 24 years old, received a life sentence for each one of his victims with no possibility of parole. Go figure.
Well, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
The gun violence in this country and all these other videos coming out, what happened after the Takeoff's murder, in the streets of Houston is just crazy. And then 13 people got shot in Chicago. And it's not just Houston, Chicago, St. Louis. It's all over the country. It's like a carnage going on.
It's everywhere.
So that's crazy. Yeah. Hey, Shelby, thank you so much. Shelby Russian sitting in for Maria this morning. What up, Rock Teasy?
My kneesy, man. Shout out to the Houston Astros, even the World Series, 2 games apiece, man. They beat the Philadelphia Phillies 5-0 last night. The Astros pitchers threw a no-hitter. And ironically, tonight is Thursday Night Football. Undefeated Philadelphia Eagles play the Houston Texans. You know what I'm saying? Philadelphia looking good, man. Some people, they 7-0.
Come on now.
The Eagles are 7-0. Jalen Hurts handling his business out there, dog. The rest of Rocky NFL picks of the week coming up later on in the show. NBA star Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets are each donating $500,000 in the wake of Kyrie's controversial social media post about the book and movie that features some anti-Semitic metaphors. He's talking about the movie Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up Black America. Kyrie did come out and apologize for his comments that he put on social media. So there it is. That's all I got right there for my quick sports report. Gary with the T. What up, Mike?
All right, y'all. Cheryl Burke is speaking out now. Ricky, do you know who Cheryl Burke is, right? Do y'all know who Cheryl Burke is? Shelby, I know you know who Cheryl Burke is, right?
Absolutely.
Well, Ricky, Cheryl Burke, she's one of the choreographers on Dancing with the Stars. She's like one of the main ones. She's dancing with mostly all the athletes, all the African-American guys. Well, she is speaking out, y'all. She is claiming that her ex-boyfriend, y'all, he once whipped her with a belt, honey, in front of his parents, honey. And she said his parents didn't do nothing. Now, they're saying, y'all, that the Dancing with the Stars pro detailed an alleged graphic experience, y'all. She was on the red table talk where she and Jada Pinkett Smith and her mama, y'all, are the hosts. In addition to an expert psychologist, y'all, they discussed the trauma bonding at length. Now, she said, quote, in high school, she said, I'll never forget the person I was with on and off for about 4 years whipped me with a belt, honey. And she said she had bruises all over her legs, and she went on and on to talk about it. And she said she remembered, y'all, that his parents, honey, were watching it and they did nothing. Now, the choreographer has clarified, y'all, to the horrified women. She said, and it wasn't like he was hitting me. She said he was whipping me. Could y'all imagine? Some people they're saying, no, Ricky, she must have been dating an African American. Because they said, well, no, Chef, because they say, do non-African Americans whip their kids?
Black men don't whip, they whip their kids.
It's giving kinky to me. I'm not sure what was happening.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's
really?
freaky deaky. That freaky deaky, I'm gonna whip you in front of your mama.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then when they leave.
The parents watching,
she was with it.
Oh my God. Cheryl Burke, I mean, she's one of those nice, wholesome girls. Like I said, she always dances with... Really? Oh, Lord. Anyway, I ain't got nothing to say. But anyway, bless her spirit, y'all. We just gonna keep her lifted in prayer, honey. And everything's gonna be all right with Mr. Burke, honey. All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is battleship. On the high end, you say battleship, and on the low end, you say beautiful gray. That's your color for today, Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Ricky Smiley Morning Show, 29 before the top of the hour, y'all. Time for the hot spot. What up, Rock?
What up, Big Dog is brought to you by Geico. Whether you rent or own, Geico makes it easy to bundle home and car insurance. Having a home is hard work, so get a quote at geico.com. It is easy. Yes, indeed. Rock Teasy sitting there for the Briggity Chat this morning, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. The Harris County Medical Examiner office has claimed that Takeoff was shot multiple times, which resulted in his death. According to TMZ, the primary cause of the rapper's death is listed as penetrating gunshot wounds of head and torso into arm. As previously reported, Takeoff was fatally shot following an argument outside of a Houston bowling alley early Tuesday morning. The site reported that they obtained a video of one man holding a gun in the seconds leading up to the shootout. There's no proof that the man fired off the first shot, but a few seconds later, he is seen raising his weapon, seemingly firing it. The man is currently a person of interest in the police investigation. At least 2 other people were injured in the shooting. Quavo and Offset have yet to make a public statement about Takeoff's death, but Offset did change his Instagram avatar to picture of Takeoff. Meanwhile, several other eyewitnesses have come forward to tell their side of what took place during the shooting. One eyewitness said, I was there right next to Takeoff. They wasn't arguing about shooting dice. Quavo was pressed and Takeoff was hit by the stray bullets shot for no reason. Rest in peace, Takeoff. He didn't deserve that. He was hanging to himself the whole night. Another witness spoke out and also agreed that the altercation had nothing to do with the dice game. Unlike the other witness, this person defended Quavo and made it clear that it wasn't his fault. From her point of view, both Quavo and Takeoff were trying to mediate the situation. Anybody have anything to say about it?
Wow.
Shelby, are you hearing anything?
I'm not. Well, this basically what Rock T just stated, and that Quavo actually passed out and had to be carried to his car after everything took place. other than that, it's just rumors. First it was he was involved in the dice game, and then it wasn't him. It was just some other guys, arguing amongst themselves, and they were trying to make peace. So I don't know what to believe. It's just sad. It's really sad.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's a big loss in the hip hop community and stuff, man. And I just don't understand. Hell, if you just can't be a rapper, you just can't be an artist.
Right.
If you gonna be a rapper, man, you sitting up here, they dying. You know what I mean? And I don't know.
You just gotta stay out of certain environments.
Or you move differently. Yep.
Yeah, you
gotta
gotta
move differently.
Yep. Gotta move better. Gotta move better, man. Well, let's talk about Kanye West, man. He was reportedly settled with a former employee who alleged that he had used anti-Semitic language in the workplace. According to MSNBC, 6 people who have worked with Ye or witnessed him in a professional setting over the past 5 years said they heard him praise Adolf Hitler or mention conspiracy theories about Jewish people. In the settlement reviewed by NBC News, Ye paid a former employee who alleged having witnessed more than one incident in which Ye praised Hitler and Nazis in business meetings. Ye denied the claims made by the former employee in the agreement. Okay?
Oh, that's not good. You don't want your name associated with that in any way, shape, or form if you're in business.
I'm just trying to figure out where
would that even come up?
What point can you make to bring up Adolf Hitler?
In a good way or anything.
Right.
Like,
You know what Kanye West need?
What?
A helmet. A damn helmet and put it on.
For real.
Let him sit on that damn bus and lick the window. You need a damn helmet.
Yeah.
For real, dog.
Shelby. You know what I'm saying? If I was him or whatever, people feel sorry for me to get my business back. Just put on the damn helmet. The one with the chin strap with the
Kanye-ing.
Got the dent on the
Tony Dorsett mouthpiece.
Yeah, this just get worse for him every week.
It is, man. I'm Rock T,
day.
and that's what's hot, man. Special K got the news you cannot use coming up next. Also, we got the wake-up calls. So hit us up, 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKEY. It is the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is 12 before the top of the hour, y'all. Special K got news your positivity absolutely cannot use. What up, K?
Yeah, what up, man? Well, let's start today's news off with a little limerick. Instead of a sponsor, let's start it off happy with a limerick. For Halloween, Gary dressed up in drag with a dress, wig, and makeup. It was quite a funny gag. Says he did it for this nation because they pay him a bag. But we know the truth is that he's just such a fabulously cooperative coworker. That's what.
Oh, you said fabulously.
Yeah, he's such a fabulous cooperative coworker. Positive. Positivity is the name of the game this Thursday morning. Gary,
thank you so much.
For Halloween, Gary dressed up in drag with a dress, wig, and makeup. It was quite a funny gag. Says he did it for this nation because they pay him a bag. But we know the truth is that he's such a fabulously cooperative coworker. Like that, right?
Shelby, you hear that, Nance? Don't you laugh.
I'm not, Gary. This is despicable.
Despicable.
You didn't do nothing wrong. Y'all the ones got y'all mind in the gutter.
Okay.
A fan.
Whoever wrote that, I changed the last because I don't use that kind of language. Whoever wrote that, I had to change the last line.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hardcore,
Gary,
boy.
I love you like a
Smooth edit.
like a real sister. All right, these are the women that you do not want to be a stepdaddy for their kids under any circumstances. You do not want to. Fellas, I hope y'all are listening. Please pay attention because things will not go good for you. Women that have 4 or more sons and they all have different grades of hair and last names. Stay away from that. These are the kids that will beat you up in your sleep. These are the boys that will jump on you.
The finest,
They be fine and they had that fire, but when them sons get to be teenagers, they will jump on you. So, and you cannot whoop 3, 14, 15-year-old boys. They will beat your ass. Yeah. All right, women with sons under age 6 that have silver caps on all their back teeth. I'm telling you, these little boys be bad as hell, and you can't whoop them because they will set your bed on fire when you go to sleep.
Sir.
Do not mess with them. If she got kids over age 9 that's still in the 2nd grade, or she don't know none of her kids' teacher names. If she don't know none of her kids' teachers' names, that means she ain't been to no conference. She ain't been to no PTA meeting. She don't go to no parent-teacher meeting. And she's not a good person. She don't miss
that last appointment, though.
Inactive.
If she got a pit bull that has all his shots, but her kids ain't been to the doctor or the dentist. Come on now.
Wait a minute.
How the hell she got a pit bull that got all his shots? Yeah. But your kid ain't had a checkup in 3 years. Yeah, but you can't do that. You can't be with that woman. Any woman that got a picture, got a tattoo of her kid's real daddy on her back. You know because every time you hit, you got to look, you got a Scooby or Champ looking back at you. Because his name always be Scooby or Champ. Yep. And you don't know whether he dead, whether he in jail. She don't never explain it. She just got a picture of this Negro on her back. Women that still go and hang out at clubs with their mama or their auntie.
Oh, yeah.
They always cheat. These are cheating women, because her and her mama ain't but 10 years apart, and they still go to the club together.
Not 10.
She in her 30s, her mama in her 40s. You don't want that. You don't want that.
They rode the bus together. Wait a moment. Her
mama was going to high school and she was getting dropped off at elementary. Women that like to eat fast food in the bed. Don't deal with these women who like to eat fast food in the bed at night. She eating a whole
you wake
Whopper.
up to a Captain D's box with them little cracklings in there on the pillow. That's pretty nasty.
And and when you eat fast food in the bed, you gonna poop in your sleep.
Yeah, dog. Everybody does that, right?
Shelby, no, I know, Shelby. I know damn well you ain't eating
don't do that.
The bottom of the Captain D's box.
No, women. You probably let one go. You don't know.
If it's enough to wake you up, that's a bad one. If it's enough to wake you up, if it just slide up into that mattress and go about his business. But if it's enough to wake you up and have you looking around thinking somebody broke in,
Come on, man.
No.
Come on.
Women that ask you to stop at the store and pick her up a strawberry soda and some Black & Milds, do not be a stepdad to her kid. Because you're going to be getting her out of jail.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I want to hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rickey, my morning show, 6 minutes after the hour. Gary has the tea and the color of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Rickey. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Khloe Kardashian, she is speaking out, y'all. And she said something that kind of really touched my heart. But first she was talking about her baby's father, Mr. Tristan Thompson. They had a little birthday party for little True. And, she told him, she said, listen, honey, I don't need none of your help. She said, don't even try to help me pay for this birthday party. I need nothing from you. And they're saying that, Tristan bought True like a 10-carat diamond necklace, honey, for her birthday. It's a great number, about 3 years old. And that necklace costs about, $500,000 and stuff. But it's amazing how these little kids, honey, these rich kids get all these little gifts, honey. And hell, they just so young. And so by the time they get older, by the time she get 10, hell, what are you going to be able to buy it in? But some people also were saying that maybe, Khloe was acting real, ugly, by not letting the father, come to the birthday party or not taking any help from it. But then in another, recent interview, she talked about, Rickey, about unloving Tristan, which it kind of really touched my heart, even though, I don't really care for the Kardashians like that, but it was very touching. Here's what she had to say.
You shared this season that you're training yourself to unlove your ex, Tristan. So just how'd you do that? Asking for a friend.
No, and I don't think it goes away. Like my ex-husband, I genuinely still love and I want the best for him and I'm rooting for him.
Absolutely.
We all, I think, just change or evolve, or that sometimes it's just not a great fit for you. When I said I'm learning how to unlove Tristan, I think people, whether it be family or friends or anyone that you're telling your story to, they're like, okay, so move on. And I'm like, well, let me find the switch. Right, it's not that easy.
Yeah.
Have any of y'all ever unloved? Because that was so touching. Because, it's hard. You can unlove, but my thing is, though, even though you may have gone through a breakup with somebody or whatever, you still want the best for them, don't y'all? Or do y'all?
Right. Yeah. I still got love for my son's mother, and he's 33 years old. Yeah. But I don't, it's a different kind than when we was together, but,
Right.
But sometimes you don't want the best for her.
Oh, Rick.
Sometimes you every now and then just fall, walk into a glass.
No,
car won't start. Just little devilish, like not devils, demons. Just want her to have demons.
Right.
You know, your car won't start. Your blinker light won't go off. Credit card decline. You know what I'm saying? Chipped nail broke at an interview. The side tooth come out, the one that's right behind the K9.
Oh my God.
I pray so hard for that. A lot of my exes, those, you know, the tooth that's right behind the K9? Yeah. Most of my exes, those tooth, have shed it.
Why is it always missing?
You can see it when she smile real hard. That's the one that get used the most, when you're chewing. When she laugh out loud, you can see that.
Now, God ain't been so good to let none of the front teeth come out, but most chicks that I dated, that those two teeth, and some on one side, some on both sides, depending on what they did, cause it's one thing about God. God loves his children.
Yes, he
does. His children.
This kind of went left.
Yeah. Well, let me. Moving on.
Chef, you know her. Chef, you know her. Chef, do she got them teeth?
Oh,
Chef.
got that little space on the side.
They be the ones who always wear that black liner around their lips.
What? They wear what?
That black liner around their lips.
Yeah. Now they do. They didn't before me when I was there.
Moving on quickly, y'all. Jerry Jones, y'all. Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones, y'all. A lot of people say that people might stop going to the games effective immediately because it's being reported, y'all, that he wore a blind referee's costume, y'all, for Halloween. And people said that the National Federation of the Blind told TMZ Sports that these kind of outfits are harmful. They say Jerry dressed up in a ref.
Did they say
Hold on, Ricky. They say Jerry Jones dressed up in a ref uniform and sported sunglasses and a walking stick over the weekend, honey, for Halloween, they said. And they're saying in an attempt to be playful to go to the NFL officials. But they're saying when Jones certainly isn't the first person to sport that type of costume, they say, but the NFB tells us that it's unfortunate that choice, especially because it leans into the underlying stereotype that the blind are incompetent. They say when anyone perpetuates that stereotype, it's harmful. And they're saying that Chris Danielson of the NFB director of PR tells us that pointed out nearly 70% of blind people are unemployed. Instead of ripping into the Cowboys on the church, they're saying they gave him a teachable moment and stuff and whatever. But Ricky, that was not a good look, y'all. They say he does have blind Cowboys fans, and they say they show up at the games and put on headsets or listen on the radio. They say
so
maybe
when they walk up to him and say, "Hey, what you trying to do? What you doing?"
I didn't even see it.
No, they walked up to him. What's all this? They're looking up and down. What's all this? What you doing?
But if you're a blind referee, you are incompetent.
Sorry.
Right. That's he's messing with the refs, man, because they be missing calls. Yeah, that's funny.
No, they don't like that. People say, honey,
that's what that was.
Yeah. That's all.
A jab at the refs.
That's all it was.
Well,
somebody went over there being messy and said, y'all know Jerry Jones over there making fun of y'all. They stood up and said, point him out, talk about somewhere.
The color today is Battleship. On the high end, you say Battleship, and on the low end, you say Beautiful Gray. I would not go
looking over the top of their glasses, talking them to their glasses off, talking about where. That's wrong. Y'all wrong for that story. Is he still mad about? He's still mad about that Dez Bryant call from 8 years ago. That's right. What it is.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what Russell Wilson and Russell Westbrook should have played Ben for Halloween.
They should have wore each other's jersey.
Even swap.
Russell Wilson should have wore Lakers jersey.
Right.
Russell Wilson should have wore Broncos.
Y'all give it up. Gary, did you get a color?
Yes, the color is Battleship. On the high end, on the low end, just say Beautiful Gray. That's your color for today, honey.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the team. All right, y'all, brand new one from Diddy and Bryson Tiller right here, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show time for the wake up call. Get at your boy, 866-9-RICKEY. Let's go.
It's time to get yourself together. Cause they woke you up this morning, slid you in your house, you up would be better. Wake up, encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on, just wake up.
Good morning, I'd like to wake up Genesee County. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Yo, this is Patrick Underwood calling from Liberty County, Georgia. Wake up, Georgia. Let's vote. Let's get it. Wake up, wake up.
Yeah, my name is Janice Reyes. I'm from Ronald Rapids. Wake up, wake up.
Hi, good morning, good morning. This is Jasmine, Madeline, and Madison Lee calling from Humboldt, Tennessee. We would like to wake up the entire Perry family in Fayette and Gibson County. Wake up, wake up.
This is Carol from Coral Springs. I'm trying to wake up my grandsons, the twins, David and Jordan. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
My name is Stan the Man. I'm from the Charlotte, North Carolina area. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Chattanooga, wake up. In Shreveport, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. You at Jackson, wake up. Savannah, wake up. In Charleston, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
All right, y'all, Rick's Smiley Morning Show. Hey, thank you for your wake-up calls. Coming up next, I got the one and only, the hilarious EJ Speaks, so you don't want to miss this. Up next, Rick's Smiley Morning Show.
Tell man calm. Okay, what did she say? I can't hear. Cut it up. Jesus. Now, in a little while, I'm going to let you go ahead and take me to a few stores. Babe, I saw you didn't have no meat in the sink. Throwing out. Are you not cooking? I knew she was going to die. Mabel going to come over here and sit with me for a spell if that's all right with you. I know you kind of funny about your house. Oh, God, we thank you. And baby, it's 6 o'clock. About what time y'all get up? Now, I got a J.C. Penney card if you want to use it to go get you some new FaceTimes, because I washed my face in there, and there was a hole in one of them. So if you want my card, I don't even use my dishwasher. You know my house comes with me. I don't know what you waiting on, but it's about time you put that girl in a bra. Now, don't you let nobody tell you that you don't know how to run no air. Huh? Because you keeps it cold in here, honey. Now, do y'all go to church on Sunday? Or y'all don't? Y'all just... Okay, just forget everything Mama taught you. Okay.
Shabby cook I'm crying.
Oh, God. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, I'm crying.
Telling like an idiot.
That ain't everybody, mama.
Everybody. Oh, grandmama.
Everybody got that J.C. Penney card.
One of them face rags had a hole in it.
Yeah.
Y'all can use it if y'all want to.
You ain't got no meat in the sink. Throw it out.
Well, the kid is laughing at me out. And by the time y'all put that girl in a bra.
A little heavy up top.
Oh, Lord, I'm crying. Oh, Lord, I don't know why I sat up on a plane and watched this. Well, they almost put me off a flight. Ladies and gentlemen, we got EJ.
I'm here.
EJ.
I'm here.
EJ.
I'm here.
My God. Y'all give it up and show your love for the comedic talent of EJ Speaks. EJ.
Yes.
EJ, I am your biggest fan. I swear. I have stalked you. I have stalked your page and watched all your videos. You shaking that wig, EJ, it's the mama in the wig thing.
Yes. Yes, the curls. Yes. Yes. The curls file their own taxes. Yes. Yes.
Hey, EJ, what was your first video that went viral that just really took off for you?
I think maybe my first one was, you know, I actually don't know.
The car, maybe.
A lot of them take off, especially,
in the car? The first one I saw was in the car. Chevy, have you saw the one in the car when the son driving too fast?
No, I haven't seen that one. I'm actually on the page looking for it in the car.
Cause you know that stop sign, you're supposed to stop, not skim through. Yeah.
That was the first one we played.
Yeah.
So EJ, let me ask you this, EJ. Are you a comedian, or you just started doing sketches on the internet?
I'm both. But I started out doing sketches, and then I worked my way to the stage.
Oh, really?
Yes. Oh,
so
yeah.
how long have you been?
I had inboxed you. I was like, Rickey, if you come to Arkansas, let me open up for you. And you was like, no, I'm not here. I'm not responding. This is spam. And so you didn't respond. But yes, I definitely
stay the course.
Yes.
No, I'm not here. This is spam.
But we came and found you.
Oh yeah, we came and found you. EJ, you can come do this.
No, Rickey. At this time, you were already playing another one of my videos. It was the Black Mama Pep Talk when we getting ready to go somewhere.
Oh, that was you too.
That's me, Rickey.
Yeah, same person.
Wait a minute.
I was like, everybody was calling me saying, Rickey Smiley playing your stuff on the radio. I'm like, no, he's not, because he hasn't called me like we were friends. He hasn't called me. That's me.
Get somewhere and sit down.
That's me, Rickey.
He said, EJ, I didn't know that. Listen. And you're based out of Little Rock, Arkansas?
Yes.
All right, EJ, you go. No, we got to get you to Dallas. We got to get you somewhere. We got to put you on the road with us, Special K.
I've been angry with you. Fine.
Oh.
But that was spam. You talking to the real Rickey now. This ain't no spam.
I know it. This the real Rickey.
Yeah.
It's hard to reach folks through that DM because we get a lot of crazy folks come telling me.
I know it. No, it's all love. It's all love. I'm so glad y'all got me on here this morning.
Oh, yeah.
I've been up to,
I can't even talk to you.
Trying to get the morning out of my throat.
Hey, wait a minute.
I feel like if I sounded like an alligator, y'all wouldn't let me come on. So I've been trying to, had hot water, my tea, just trying to get my throat up,
Got to come
it's early here. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yesterday out. Yeah. Yeah.
Can't talk to her. I can't talk
Things
to her.
you might hear at a Black Christmas.
Shelby, y'all
I'm
talk
looking
to her.
forward to this one.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm finna go. Y'all talk to her. I'm not finna do this morning.
Yesterday out.
EJ, so how long you been on the stand-up stage? How long you been on the stage doing stand-up?
Stand-up for about 4 years, maybe.
Oh, okay.
4 years, yeah.
Okay, so you got a little bit of seasoning on you. We're going to find some way to get you on stage with us.
Yeah, a little sprinkle of seasoning. Yeah.
Were you like the family entertainer, EJ, growing up?
No, I got in a lot of trouble with the family. I was not entertaining them. They were highly disappointed in me. No, I was not. No,
hey,
they didn't find it funny.
Oh no.
But wait a minute, everybody, I need everybody to go to her page right now. If you want to laugh till you crying, not crying, if you want to laugh till tears just roll down your face, y'all go to EJ Speaks on Instagram, TikTok. And here's another clip. Listen to this. You got it, Dave?
Get over here, get somewhere and sit down. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Don't think about me because I'm grown. I'm going to be with the grown folks. You go be with the kids. Understand this. When I say it's time to go, it's time to go. Don't ask, can you stay the night? You cannot. Don't ask, can they come back over here and stay the night? They cannot. Don't get over here acting like you hungry, like you ain't ate all day. If you do, I'm gonna knock fire out of your throat. Don't touch nothing. Don't break nothing. Don't ask for nothing to drink. Don't ask for nothing to eat. Lisa Ann already think her kids is better than everybody else, and they are not. If one of them touch you, you better knock their head off their shoulder. Don't come in there tattling to me about what you think, what you want, and how you feel. When we get ready to go, I tell you how you feel. Is everybody on the same page? Don't play with me. Is y'all ready to go? Don't. Okay, let's go.
Tell you how to feel.
All right, EJ, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Everywhere on the internet, EJ Speaks. I'm going to come up either way.
There it is, y'all. Y'all give it up for EJ Speaks. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Rickey Smiley Morning Show, who is this?
Hey, cuz. Nah, I ain't got time for no play no game today, sir. I got to talk to you about the email what I got.
Are you coming to work?
I got an email right here. I'm not coming in because I'm 38 hot right now. I'm so mad right now. I come
38 hot. That's hot. 38 hot. That's a gun, ain't it right? That's hot.
I'm 38 hot. I'm hot as figure right now. Look, sir. These folks done sent me an email.
Hey, man, say what's up to Shelby, man. You ain't even here to see Shelby on Shelby feeling it. Shelby Russian.
Good morning.
Oh, hey, you sound good. Hey, but look, I ain't going for that though. Hey, Black Tom, she AKA too. Don't try to throw me off, cause she, okay, that's cool. That's good.
And she went to FAM. You went to FAM too, didn't you?
Oh no, I went to Bethune-Cookman. Don't do that.
She said don't do that.
Wildcat for life. Wrong school.
Look here, Shawty. I'm kind of talking about this letter I got, Shawty.
What letter?
Okay.
I don't care nothing about that. These folks done stopped me a letter.
What letter?
Talking about Black County, talking about they done had a meeting. And talking about my employment contract finna be terminated.
Terminated?
Terminated effective Monday, November what Monday is?
November what's the day today?
7th? November 7th?
Yeah.
7.
What that mean?
It's November 7th?
Yeah, that mean you fired Black Tony, but at least they, usually when they fire you, they pull you in the office with human resources and fire you on the spot, but they gonna let you finish out the week.
Ain't nobody call me with no human research. Look.
I'm just saying they usually let you.
Got to be a joke right here. They can't be for real, son.
No, they usually let you finish out the week. They real nice about it. They say effective Monday, so that means you'll have a long weekend.
I know they ain't gonna. I know. First of all, Shawty, I know they ain't gonna cut me loose, and they done let all these other folks stay on that rock. He ain't get fired. He wasn't even here Monday. Whatever day that was, he wasn't here.
Yeah, right. You did miss a couple of days.
He ain't get fired.
Took a PTO day, man. I'm here almost.
Brad ain't get fired. Ain't nobody else get fired.
Yeah, but at least we come to work.
Rick, you weren't here last Friday. Why they ain't fire you?
Talking about me?
Then they gonna talk about they gonna terminate my contract.
Now, Tony, you ain't been to work in 4 years.
You fired.
So that's for real.
You said what, Shelby?
He fired himself.
It's for real.
I don't know. I mean, can you screenshot it and text it to my phone? Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog.
They doing it because I'm black. They just doing it because I'm black.
They ain't doing it because you black. They doing it because you Black Tony.
It's a different
Rickey Smiley morning show.
Hold it. Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rickey Smiley morning show. 6 minutes after the hour. Gary has the tea and the color of the day brought to you by.
Pepto-Bismol, fast and soothing relief for nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. Pepto-Bismol, fast relief when you need it most. Good morning, Rickey. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Dwayne Wade's beautiful ex-wife, y'all, honey, Miss Savon Funches Wade, honey. She is speaking out, y'all. She said in a court filing that the former NBA star may be pressuring their child, Zaya, honey, to change her name and gender. Now, they're saying that the ex-wife of former NBA star Dwayne Wade alleged, y'all, in a court filing that he is trying to make money off their transgender daughter Zaya's name and gender change. Now, Ms. Wade, honey, filed a petition with the Los Angeles Superior Court, honey, in August to legally change 15-year-old Zaya's name. Now, at the time, they're saying he stated that he notified his ex-wife, honey, Savon, as a courtesy. But, y'all, in a court filing the other day, Ms. Savon said that her ex-husband did not try to contact or confer with her regarding Zaya's name change or transition. As a result, Ms. Wade said, honey, she argued that Wade violated their custody agreement and asked the Los Angeles court to reject the name change and the petition. And she also argued, y'all, that Dwayne, who only made an estimated $200 million during his 16-year NBA career, may be pressuring, honey, their child to move forward with the name and gender change in order, y'all, to capitalize on the financial opportunities that he has received from companies as a result of Zaya coming out, according to the court documents. Now, this is also being said that Ms. Wade said that in her filing that Dwayne Wade invited her, y'all, to one of his beautiful Atlanta mansions in April, and at that time, honey, that she made the visit, he told her that a lot of money has been already made and that additional money will be made in relation to their child's name and gender issue. Now, in her objection to Zaya's name changes, Ms. Funches Wade said Wade told her he intended to make their child very famous due to the name and gender issue, and also informed her that there would be endorsements, contracts associated therewith, y'all. Isn't that sad? I mean, Shelby, could y'all think something like that? I mean, it's almost like you selling your child for money and stuff and having a sex change and doing all this other stuff. I mean, that's a sad thing. Would y'all do something like that?
I think you know the answer to that. That's a lot.
It's a lot.
What you think?
It's a lot, and my thoughts were exactly what Gary said, what the mom is thinking. I'm like, they're pushing this too much. It's one thing to have the child feeling some type of way, but it's been in our faces like they're trying to make something happen. And I keep saying they're trying to make him the next, America's top model.
So you think the child is being exploited?
I think so, to an extent. I really think so.
Yeah, it is a lot. It's a lot.
It is definitely a lot. Poor thing, child, honey. I mean,
Well, at least the child gets trying to capitalize and get paid for it.
Yeah.
But that's the definition of exploitation. I mean, we shouldn't know about all of this.
But what if the child came to mom and dad and said, "Hey, this is what I want to do. Can y'all help me?"
At a certain age, though, children want to eat Skittles for breakfast. But do that mean that they should have Skittles for breakfast? You know what I'm saying? When a child get a certain age, then they get to make certain decisions and stuff, My daughters didn't do the heels and the nails when they was 5, 6, 7. You have plenty of time for that. We're gonna do little girl stuff. And as they get older, we go to little wedge heels, when 17, kind of ease them off into that. And I don't know. That's just me personally. I'm not judging them. So I don't know. I just think that just a little too much freedom for kids that's way underage. They don't get to
underage. Yeah.
Do what they want to do.
I think 18 would have been great. Wait until
and that's what she's saying. The mama said.
Yeah, wait until she's 18, and then let's move forward with everything that they're trying to do at 14. It's a bit much. Yeah. It's a lot.
But we're just gonna be in prayer. All right, while we praying,
the little boy. I'm sorry. I don't know what the Dwayne Zaya.
Yeah.
Had a boyfriend that was born a girl.
Right.
And they was kissing. The pictures.
But wouldn't that make that a hetero relationship?
Yeah, so.
No. What I'm saying, Dwayne Wade's daughter Zion had a boyfriend. Zaya had a boyfriend that was born a girl, and they was together.
And other celebrity news, child, Cynthia Bailey, y'all, she putting all the details, y'all, for her from that reason why she divorced Mike Honey Hill. Now, she revealed, y'all, the reason that she and Mike Hill getting divorced. She said during a recent interview, she said, I felt like, honey, we weren't friends anymore. She said, I felt like it was just going toward we're just going to be friends if we didn't pump the brakes. Now, she also said that, this was not her first rodeo. She said she thinks friendship just has to be there in a marriage, honey. She said, like love, she said love is great. She said, but friendship has to be there, and she truly wants to be with my best friend. Okay. And she also said that she does not regret her decision, y'all, to split, neither her or Mike, they don't regret that. She said, I took my ring off the day of the announcement, but until then, she said, I had it on all that time. She said, although we were going through some things, she said, it's just weird, honey. She said, it was just very weird, though. She also filed for divorce, y'all, a couple of days shy of their second wedding anniversary. Shelby, are you still friends, honey? Or would you be friends with your ex, honey? Or would y'all just divorce because y'all not friends anymore? Or would y'all try to work it out?
You gotta try to work it out. At this point, I'm starting to give Cynthia the side eye. I'm sorry, sis. I'm giving her the side eye. Nothing's lasting. Nothing's working. Common denominator.
So you think they're
common denominator?
Shelby, it's hard, living in Atlanta. It just be too much. But boy, look, that inbox.
A lot.
Relationships worked out good before social media and inboxes and DMs came out. Because you have to go all the way to the club and stand in line to pay to get in to meet somebody to cheat. Now you can wake up and look in your damn DM with your wife over there sleeping and you got a whole message.
Pull that pillow over your head and get that phone right.
You got a whole message and pictures and everything.
Yes, sir.
Waking up 3 o'clock in the morning talking about you going in early.
You're going in early.
You sure are. You sure are.
2:15. What are you talking about?
We got a staff meeting.
Right.
I'm sorry. I saw staff, not stiff, baby. I'm sorry. I meant to say staff.
Yes, the color today, y'all, is a battleship. On the high, you say battleship, and on the low, just say gray. That's your color for us.
Baby, I'm so sorry. I meant to say Steph. I don't know what I'm saying. It's so early. It's 2:15. Y'all give it up to Gary with the T. Hey! All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Election day is Tuesday, November the 8th, and everybody's speculating on what issues are driving people to the polls. And we want to know what issue is top of mind for you right now. So is it the economy, housing, abortion, women's rights, crime, racism, police brutality, or defeating Trump supporters? Or maybe it's something else. Or maybe you just don't plan to vote. We really want to hear from you. So hit us up at 866-9-RICKEY, 866-9-RICKEY. So we got the one and only attorney Glennon Threet on the phone. To break some of these things down for us. Glennon, good morning, big bro.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning to the radio.
Hey man, happy to have you. In 2020, the big issue was police reform. Now not so much. Now what you see is, the hot button issue is, crime, abortion, affordable housing, just break it down for us. What are you seeing and hearing?
Well, what I see as one of the major issues this time, Ricky, is inflation and the economy as a whole. Even though the unemployment rate is still reasonably low, inflation is going through the roof, and as a consequence, people are paying a lot more for things than they did in the past, and that's something that's hitting everybody right in the pocketbooks. Remember earlier in the year when gas prices were going up, that was something that was confusing people on a daily basis. But I think that this election is particularly important because you've got so many states, so many seats at stake. You've got 36 governor's races that are going on. They'll be decided next Tuesday. You've got all 435 members of the United States House of Representatives and 35 members of the U.S. Senate. And so control of the Senate could change this time. Control of the House of Representatives could change. And if that were to occur, then President Biden's activities for the last 2 years of his term would be almost impossible to get anything done.
Yeah, because his hand, he would be pretty much, what do you call it?
He would be a lame duck. Because
right.
they would have the ability to pretty much stop any legislation from even making it out of Congress.
So stuff like the House Select Committee would be disbanded.
Right.
The January 6th committee would be disbanded. And a lot of the investigations into former President Trump, they would stop. They were initiated by the House of Representatives. And in fact, they've even talked about trying to impeach President Biden.
And Kamala Harris.
So impeach President Biden and Kamala Harris based off of what?
Mm-hmm.
They said they'll figure it out once they get control of Congress. They'll come up with something.
Some political crap. We can't let our eyes get off the ball, Ricky. This election is, again, I know it sounds like a cliche, but it's the most important election of our generation. Because
democracy is at stake. So now they're trying to put in those, what do you call those seats when they're over the elections? The
state election boards, which is run by the Secretary of State. If these governors are Republicans and they're Trumpers, then they can appoint the Secretary of State that's going to control how the electoral votes go in that state, and that can determine who's going to be the next president.
Yeah, even if people go out and vote and win or whatever, they changing laws to set it up. If they don't agree with the outcome, they can actually change it. Is that accurate, Glennon?
That's correct. That's accurate. That is accurate. That is the intention, because we already have a situation now where, because of gerrymandering nationwide, you can have a president that gets elected with a minority of the popular vote, like we happened before with Trump. So, this election has a lot at stake, Ricky, and we want to make sure that people know that they've got to get out and vote if they want to have the ability to influence what happens with the economy. These judicial appointments show how important they are, because Trump's 3 appointees to the Supreme Court created the majority that resulted in the Dobbs decision, which affected women's reproductive rights. And, we've got affirmative action that was just heard before the Supreme Court this past Monday, and that's going to affect the way people get into colleges and universities. So, there's a lot at stake, and it's hard to overemphasize how important it is for people to vote.
Yeah, that affirmative action is going to be a big problem, because I still to this day don't think that affirmative action is something that's not needed, because we are not there yet. and we're a long ways from that. And I think that they would definitely, just looking at how they've made some of their past rulings, would get rid of affirmative action and voting rights and everything else. And that's why it's so important to get out and vote, because if Hillary Clinton had became president or whatever, she would have had 3 United States Supreme Court justice picks. And so a lot of time in a lot of major metro cities, our folks didn't show up for Hillary Clinton. And as a result, now you got democracy at stake, because now even your vote probably getting to a point where it might not count for real.
Yeah, that's a very real possibility. Glenn, and wouldn't you say too that one of the important things in this election is for young people and women in particular that are going to be severely affected by the policies of a Republican majority?
Absolutely, Special K, because those are the people that don't poll as well in terms of the predicted polls that we're seeing. But, people don't connect what happens to them to the elections. That's the problem. But now we see that elections do have consequences immediately. Women's reproductive rights went from one political policy to another one in the matter of 4 years. And so your vote really does matter.
Absolutely.
Right. Shelby, you want to jump in? Or you had any thoughts? Or Shelby, is there anything that concern you?
Well, my biggest thought and concern with this entire thing has been the, women's rights, the abortion rights. The fact that they were able to overturn Roe v. Wade so easily and quickly, it scared me, because I'm thinking, what's next? What's next to be overturned? And as we can see, I think the only objection of the Republican Party is to win at all costs. I don't care what it is. They're willing to follow Donald Trump, to the edge of earth. They're willing to, just anything to say they've won. And overturning Roe v. Wade was a big, big deal. And what could be next? Like we've talking, your voters' rights.
Going after contraceptive rights. It's very scary. It's a scary time, and we have to emphasize the importance of voting. A lot of people only want to vote when it's time to vote for the president. They fail to realize that the local elections affect you. It's a trickle up effect, so to speak. So you have to vote for your
So let me ask y'all this: Are young people enthused about this midterm election or know about it? Because we're in a certain demographic. It's almost like we in our own space. But what about the young people? Is anybody, trying to get the 18-year-olds and, are the rappers and everybody that they can, support, telling them to get out and vote? Have anybody seen anything?
I think Stacey Abrams put a lot of effort out to reach out to young voters in nationwide, not only in Georgia. But I think, like Glennon said, it's the disconnect of people not understanding how these legislative actions affect their actual rights, because young women are the ones that use contraception, I think more so than the older women. And if they go after their ability to get contraception, that's a direct effect on you, and you can change that by voting. You can go out and vote to keep the people in office that are going to respect your rights as a woman.
Right.
All right, hey Glenn, let everybody know how you can be reached.
You can be reached on Twitter at @GTweet, and tweet me and I'll tweet you back.
All right, appreciate it, Glenn. Hey, we got Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know coming up next. Rick Smiley Morning Show. It's Rick Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is about that time. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. Jeff, good morning.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Listen, Rick, I know you talked this morning about a lot of the issues that are bringing people to the polls, whether it's the economy or abortion. The bottom line is people are coming, and we are just several days away. And for the people who have not early voted, now the time that we have to talk about making sure that you know exactly what you need if you're voting on election day. And so it would take the entire show to talk about all of the voter ID laws. So it's just really important that before you go to the polls, you double check with your Secretary of State, or you can even go to, there are a crazy number of websites. I mean, if you go to vote 411 vote, or, here's the thing, Rick, don't go to the polls. unless you have verified what your state says you need for ID. Because we already know that there are people that have said, you know, I go to a state university, and you take your state university ID to the polls, and there are states that will tell you you cannot use that. So please just verify. The second thing is, when you get to the polls, if for any reason somebody tells you can't vote, if they say they don't see your names on the rolls, or you're in the wrong place, you have to ask for a provisional ballot. And the provisional ballot simply says that you are a registered voter, and you are going to cast your vote. And then once they confirm that your name is actually on the rolls, they will count that ballot. The only problem, Rick, is that there are a bunch of states that don't count provisional ballots if they're cast in the wrong precinct. So verifying where you are registered to vote is also important. Because literally, if you're in Alabama, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Michigan, Mississippi, Missouri, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Vermont, Virginia, and Wisconsin, they will not count your ballot if it's provisional and you voted in the wrong precinct.
Right.
So when you verify what the ID is required, also verify the polling location that your registration is connected to, because if there's any problems and you're forced to do a provisional ballot, that ballot would not be counted in a huge number of states. So that's incredibly important. And last, before I get out of here, Rick, there are a ton of people that are really attempting to create history. And I know that's not the reason why I vote to make history. I want to vote to make sure that the person that best serves what I need is there. But, I mean, you've got Chris Jones, who, if he won, would be the first black governor of Arkansas. You've got Congresswoman Karen Bass, who would be the first woman who was a mayor of Los Angeles. In Florida, Congresswoman Val Demings would be the first black senator and first black female senator from the state of Florida. Actually, first black senator and second woman from the state of Florida. You've got an attorney general in the state of Florida, in Miss Aramis Ayala, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Obviously, we've got huge things happening in the state of Georgia with Stacey Abrams, who will be the first black woman governor of Georgia. We got Raphael Warnock, who is running for senator. I mean, you've got huge races. Sister DeGier would be the first black governor in the state of Iowa. And obviously in Maryland, Wes Moore would be the first black governor in the state of Maryland. There are folks that are attempting to make history, even as they attempt to do an amazing job of representing us. You got Brother Gary Chambers, who would be the first black sitting senator in the state of Louisiana. So that not only are there a lot of issues, there's potentially a lot of history and expanding black political power in this country if we turn out and we vote, and we make sure our vote is protected, and we roll as heavy as we can. Again, I understand that a lot of people may not trust the system, and that's actually not what I'm arguing for. I'm just saying, with the amount of money being spent and the lot of bills being passed and the amount of judges being appointed, we cannot afford to stay home for any reason. So please double check what ID you need. Double check what precinct that you are supposed to vote in the polling location. That's a hell of a lot of power when you go to the polls to make sure that your vote is counted. And we'll talk about this again on Tuesday, Rick, as folks are going to the polls. Man, y'all have a fantastic Thursday. Check y'all next week. Hit me at Jeff's Nation on IG. Love you, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
Hey, love you too, Jeff. Hey, that's good. That was good today, man. Hey, Jeff, main thing for me, I really hope that the young people get out and vote, because that's what it's gonna determine what happens if the young people show up.
Listen, man, and we've seen in the last few elections that voting amongst young people has increased. So they care, and sometimes they're more pissed off than anybody else. So
but what about midterm though? They come out for presidential election, but do they show up for midterm?
Well, remember we talked last time. The last midterm election was the highest voter turnout of any midterm. So people are there. I mean, I think Trump pissed a lot of people off, and so young people in particular came out in a real way. So we just hope that that trend continues.
There it is. All right, Jeff. Hey, appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir. We got songs that'll stay in your head all day. Coming up next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is 25 minutes after the hour, y'all. This segment's being brought to you by.
Exercise your right to vote and participate in the political process. Get out and vote on November the 8th and stand up for what you believe in. Sponsored by Urban One.
They're going to be switching to the polls, Gary.
Hey,
tiptoe.
Just get there, boo.
So where, Gary?
Just get there, honey.
I don't care how you get there, Gary.
Get here when you can. Yeah.
Boy, I thought you was going to read that damn Pepsi Bismol commercial, boy.
I'm like, yeah, y'all would give me that one, honey.
And diarrhea.
All right, y'all, we got the one and only. We got my sister, got a fabulous evening show on Hot 105. And for a lot of their Miami affiliate, the one and only from the Shelby, Big Lip and Shelby show. We got the one and only Shelby Russian, filling in from Maria this morning. What up, Shel?
What's up, Ricky? What's up, everybody? That's right. I am Shelby Russian.
I'm sorry, let me say, a member of, Delta Sigma Theta and graduate
oh my
from
God,
FAM.
Ricky, that's it. No,
Remember Delta Sigma Theta and graduate of FAM.
You ain't right. Never. Bethune-Cookman College. Okay, back then it was a college. Let's get it together. Wildcat for life, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Okay.
When I see you, it's on and popping.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm sorry, sure. Go ahead.
Stop it. Here's a quick look at your headlines this morning. So there was no winner in the Powerball drawing last night. So if you're in it to win it, that raised the lottery jackpot to $1.5 billion. And the next drawing is on Saturday. Also, Election Day is only a few days away, and a federal judge has ordered volunteers for an election monitoring group in Arizona to stay at least 250 feet away from ballot boxes. Now, there were complaints that armed and masked volunteers were intimidating voters waiting to drop off their ballots for the midterm elections. Now, the judge also ordered the group's volunteers from filming people voting or following people from ballot drop boxes. Absolutely crazy. In other news, the man who is accused of breaking into the San Francisco home of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and attacking her husband with a hammer has pleaded not guilty. Now, among the many charges against him, attempted kidnapping of a U.S. official is the main one here. All right. So police reports indicate that the man intended to hold the speaker hostage. Go figure. This is crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah.
All right. Also in news, family, the gunman who killed 17 people and injured 17 more at a Florida high school 4 years ago has been sentenced to 34 consecutive life sentences. That's right. Nicholas Cruz, who is now 24 years old, received a life sentence for each one of his victims with no possibility of parole. And this is one for all of my house hunters out there. A lot of people looking for homes and the interest rates are not cooperating. So the Federal Reserve yesterday imposed another big interest rate increase of 0.75 percentage point in its effort to rein in inflation. Now, Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell gave a clear warning that more increases are likely in the near future. Interest rate hikes mean higher costs for mortgages, car loans, and other loans. Here we are.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Vote.
What do you do?
Yeah.
It's a lot. So I am Shelby Russian, and that's a look at your news headlines right here on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Thank you, Shelby. Yo. All right, let's take a look at sports. What up, Rock Teasy?
My kneesy. Shout out to the Houston Astros, even up the World Series, man. 2 games apiece. They beat the Philadelphia Phillies last night 5-0. Astros pitchers threw a no-hitter.
They sure did.
Sure did, man. Dallas Mavericks' Luka Doncic becomes the first player since Wilt Chamberlain to score at least 30 points in the first 7 games to open the season, man. This could be your early MVP vote right there with Luka doing his thing, man. On that note, it's time for Rock T NFL Picks of the Week. I don't give you the over or the under, but one thing I'm going to do is tell you who's going to win the damn game.
Let's go.
Let's get it, man. Thursday Night Football kicks off tonight. Undefeated Philadelphia Eagles at 7-0 going on to Houston to play the Houston Texans at 1-5-1. This is what y'all call that game of the week. Right, because Houston is 1-5, Philadelphia is 7-0. Everyone's thinking it's going to be a blowout. Philly's gonna win the game, but it's probably not gonna be a blowout. It's gonna be too closer than you think.
I agree with that.
Come on, man. My flip a coin game of the week is the LA Chargers going into Atlanta to play the Falcons. Pick the Falcons to win that game. Miami.
I agree with that.
Will beat Chicago. Cincinnati over Carolina. Green Bay, although the Packers are struggling this season, they still will have enough to beat my sorry Detroit Lions. Pick Las Vegas Raiders to beat Jacksonville. New England over Indianapolis. Buffalo over the Jets. Minnesota are 6-1. Did y'all know the Vikings are 6-1? They will go into Washington and beat the Commanders. Arizona over Seattle. The LA Rams. Oh, the Buccaneers lost 5 of their last 6 games. They will lose 6 of their last 7 games after this week. Rams will beat Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Kansas City over Tennessee. And the Baltimore Ravens will go into New Orleans and beat Who Dat Nation. That's all of my picks right there for the week, man. If you missed it, I'm posting on social media at Rock T Holla. What's up, Rick?
I'm with you on most of those. I think it was one that got past me, but I would say you 95, you 90% on.
Of course. I appreciate that. Thank you for the confirmation.
Because I usually jump on here and argue with you, but I can't argue with those picks.
Appreciate you, big dog. It is what it is, man. That's all I got. We got the hot spot coming up next. Let's go.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, don't reach the morning show. The time right now is 29 before the top of the hour. We got the hot spot sitting in for the brat. Is the one and only again, Rock Teasy.
Let me call
you gotta catch his breath.
Wow.
What kind of applause was that?
Quick round of applause. They don't like you too much.
Oh, man. All right, man. So, according to TMZ, Trey Songz is no longer facing a civil lawsuit for an alleged rape in 2016 because the case has been dismissed after legal documents show the statute of limitations ran out on the allegations.
Whoa.
Did I say that right?
Whoa.
Baby, the statute too.
Statute too. You sound like Gary.
The statute of limitations.
Statute
of limitations.
Yep.
Did I say statute?
Stop the music.
Ooh, the statute.
Stop the music.
You know what I just did?
What happened?
What does that say? You know, what does that say, Super K?
Gary, what happened?
Baby, honey, he just showing y'all who he really is. He did that the first hour. He said the doggone wrong word. I just let him make it, and I'm like, child, he need to go back to college with his daughter, honey.
Did they?
Yeah.
I just said it wrong.
Don't do that. Don't try to blame me.
No, baby.
Yeah.
And if it was spelled wrong, you should have known it was the right word by just reading the sentence.
Yeah, you're right, Gary. I can't even get mad at him, dog. The statute of limitations.
You say he need to go to college, what?
With his daughter, honey. He needs to, honey, Raven, where she go, honey.
You know his daughter go to Harvard.
Yeah. I know, and Lord Jesus, she got that from his reading, honey, Lord.
Statute of limitations.
You say he need to go back to college with his daughter.
Need to go with her daughter.
She goes to Harvard.
To Harvard, honey. Yeah. Baby, he put a hard H, honey. He need to be there with a child.
What?
Oh, God. I hope they don't listen to our Data Read on the radio.
They might kick you out, Gary.
Baby, they would kick this girl completely out, honey. We know you got here, baby, on the athletic scholarship.
They do listen to that, Gary.
Ooh, Rock T.
Oh, did I just say statute?
That was 2 words put together.
Ooh,
just throw the whole away.
Yes.
Gary.
Ooh, help me out, Shelby. Did I say statute?
Yeah, it was 2 words put together, Rocky. I do it all the time. No biggie.
No. No, ma'am, Miss Shelby. You're an AKA girl. You would never mess that up.
Gary.
Yeah, you got a point.
Oh, Gary.
Yes, Ricky.
Is your nerve bad right now?
Ricky, if you, I'm clutching not only my pearls here, my sweater too. I'm like, oh Lord Jesus.
Throw the whole hot spot away.
Just throw it away, baby. If this what Harvard looked like, baby, and I would hate to see.
Gary.
Anyway.
Gary.
Yes.
So we're not going to do the rest of the segment?
No.
Done? Throw the whole hot
No
spot
more.
We got to throw it away.
Baby, that hot spot is no longer hot, honey.
Get out of bed.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show.